Hey everybody. So today I'm going to take you through our rain catchment system we use for our pool. We capture the water off the roof, it goes into this 330 gallon IBC tote, and we actually use that water to fill the pool up when the water level gets low there. So I'm going to take you through the system, and then I'm going to do a couple of upgrades. So thanks for getting up and at it with Bill and Denise. Okay, so standing in front of the pool house, and when we bought the house, what, 4.5 years ago, it didn't have any gutters. So first thing I did is I went ahead and bought the gutters, put them up, and then I instead of using the standard downspouts, the aluminum downspouts, I went with 3-inch PVC pipe, and it runs, as you can see, runs to the back where it meets up with the back gutter, and then I'll go through the system when we walk back around back. The other thing I did was, because we have several trees here, is to keep the leaves and stuff out. I bought this. It's a plastic deal. I got it at Lowe's. It's like $2.60 for a length of this, and it just clips into the gutter. It has worked really well. I mean, it's probably not as good as the advertised gutter things that they have out there on the market, but it's worked well for us and it's affordable. The downside is that the sides are open, so I believe right now we have some sparrows nesting in the corner of the gutter, but we'll just leave them be until they're done. And then, but for the most part, it keeps the leaves and the asphalt from the shingles out of getting into the gutters. So we're going to walk around the back and I'll show you the system back there. Oh, and by the way, this is a towel holder dryer that Denise actually put together. So if you'd like to see how to do that, throw a comment down below and Miss Denise will put a video together to show you how you can do it. And again, it's all just PVC parts that you can pull apart and store away for the winter. So it's actually a really cool deal. Okay, so we're obviously on the backside of the pool house now, and as you can see, that 3-inch PVC pipe comes in to this elbow and comes down, and this first pipe here comes down and has a stop on the end of it. And what that does, all the first water that's coming off a rainstorm, it goes down in here first. It's called a first flush, and that just gets anything that could have gotten to the gutters, asphalt or leaves or whatever. It The idea is that all that goes down into this and does not go into the tank. So once this fills up, then the water starts spilling through that elbow down there and into the tank. And we have, I can pull this out, which is just this deal, which needs to be cleaned out, but just have a screen in there, zip tied in. And that also, again, helps keep, because it's not 100% you're going to keep everything out of it, but that definitely cuts down on the amount. And then the IBC tote itself is food grade, and that's really important. You want to make sure you have a food grade IBC tote. This one had liqueur in it, as you can see right there, cream liqueur, and it actually smelled like that when we got this, but took it, cleaned it out, rinsed it out really well, um, and it's worked. It works just great. Now this here is the overflow, so once this gets too full, then the water just spills out like it would if it was just hooked up to the gutter itself. So, and all these IBC totes come with a shut off valve, which is right here. And what we did is we put a connector on here with a hose connector, so you can hook up your standard uh, garden hose to this. And we just turn that off. And when we want the water, it's gravity fed, and we just hook up a 50-foot hose or whatever and run that right to the pool. So So I'm going to do a couple of upgrades and a couple of repairs because some of the PVC, like this coupler right here, this 45 here is broke. I'm going to change that out. And then on the other side, I got to, there's too much that I need to put, I'm putting a 45, I'm sorry, putting a 45 on right here because as you can see, that pipe isn't level. So um, it's stopped up right now and I got to get that cleaned out. So I'm going to take you through me doing all that. And I'm not doing any gluing with this. It's all going to be zip screws that hold these pieces together because that way, if I have to take it apart for some reason, I can. Like these are just little aluminum zip screws here that are holding that pipe in place. Um, and it's just much easier. You can just zip them out, take the pieces apart and clean it out if you have to. So I'm going to get into the repairs now, and here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do, so again, this end here uh, is cracked, so I'm replacing that. Just that's no good anymore. And then this pipe, and then this right here, I got to get out. But you can see, hopefully, you can see all the stuff that's in there. So again, the first flush does work, but I just want to have a 45 so it has a little bit better angle and drainage. So I got to get up and take these zip screws out so I can get that out. So I'm just going to get this this piece right here off the first flush. I actually didn't zip any screws into this, so it should just twist off. It actually comes right out just like that. We'll lay this on the ground, I think. There we go. And now I'll have to cut this pipe, so I'm going to do that. So I just have to cut the piece. I just got to measure about kind of where I want it. Hi, Roy. This is my lovely, handsome assistant, Mr. Roy, who's probably blocking the camera right about now because that's what he does best. I just got to do a rough kind of where I want to cut this pipe, which is going to be right about there. And I'll take it over and get this cut, and we'll go from there. So I got all the pieces cut, had to make a couple adjustment cuts. I just didn't want to bore you with all that. So again, this piece is going to go right up, back up into here. There we go. Oh. Except for when the whole thing comes apart. And I want to make sure that that's lined up now. All right, I'm gonna grab a couple of screws and just zip them into that piece. Okay. I'm using 1-inch, they're actually lath screws. They're a little bit longer than I'd like, but it's what I have. So that's what I'm working with. Now, put that in place. And then I have the new screw connector here. That'll just slide on. And it's always good to have the adjustment tool. So then the cap goes on. And it's probably just get some zip ties and just zip tie this to the to that and put a support underneath it, a brick or something. Obviously cut it a bit short, but that's okay. And then this piece should be good to go. As we showed you earlier, oops, sorry, I'm trying to get you in here and the tripod isn't quite tall enough. But this piece I want to be able to take out, which is why I don't want another PVC pipe going into this. But you can see all the stuff that's in there. We're just going to take all that out. Tap it out. It's good to go. Put that back in. And that's ready to rock. So I'm just going to use some zip ties to secure this and just give it a little bit of, I don't know, sturdiness, I guess, for lack of a better term. Just going to and then I need two more here. And I put a brick up underneath this elbow, so that'll help support that. Obviously cut it a bit short, but I wasn't doing exact measurements, which I guess is probably not the best example, but that's just kind of how I roll. So all right, good. So I'll cut those off here a little bit later. And I think we should be pretty good right at the moment on this. I'm going to take you around to the other side, and I'm going to kind of show you the hookup. I'm going to change out the other 45 on the overflow, but I'm also going to show you, actually, we have a filter we put on to filter the water before it goes into the pool. So I'm going to show you that. So the other thing we do is we put an inline filter in, coming from this deal here to the hose, and that again just helps eliminate some of the anything that got through everything else, the gutter guards, and then the filter up on top will get hopefully caught in this before it gets to the pool. And this just comes apart, and it's a reusable filter, so basically you just got to take this out, clean it, put it back together, and it's it has worked really, really well for us. It also has a drain port down here. Unfortunately, I can't find the fitting to actually connect this to this right now, but I just wanted to let you know it basically would go in line like this, and then to the hose, and then again gravity drainage to the pool. So I hope that you found this informative. And if so, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, the notification bell. And if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments down below. We'll try to answer them. Again, it's a great way to save some money, especially if you have a pool. In the heat of the summer, if this is full, we can use it to fill the pool and not run up the water bill with our wonderful township here. So again, thanks for watching. And have a great day, everybody. Thanks for getting up and at it with Bill and Denise. God bless. Goodbye.